So today we are going to discuss degrees of comparison, and it is possible to change the degrees of comparison of an adjective or adverb in a sentence without changing the meaning of the sentence. And you wonder that comparisons can be made using three forms of an adjective. First one is positive, second one comparative, third one superlative. So what is positive degree? The positive degree of an adjective in comparison is the adjective in its simple form. It is used to denote the mere existence of some quality of what we speak about. It is used when no comparison is made. For example, it is a tall building. Apple is sweet to taste. Mina is a nice girl. Now, comparative degree. The comparative degree denotes the existence of a higher degree of the quality than the positive. It is used when two things or two set of things are compared. For example, the building is taller than any other building. Here you can see the comparison. Apple is sweeter than pear. Again comparison. Mina is nicer than most other girls in class. Now, superlative degree. The superlative degree denotes the existence of the highest degree of the quality. It is used when more than two things are compared. More than two, always remember. Like, this is the tallest building. It means I have compared with more than two buildings. Apple is the sweetest fruit. Means among all fruit, apple is the sweetest one. Meena is one of the nicest girl in the class. Nicest girls in the class means among all girls, she is the nice girl. Now, list of degrees of comparison by adding ER and EST. EST, as you can see in this positive degree, in the column of positive degree, comparative degree, and the superlative degree. Now, see the example: bright, comparative will be brighter, superlative will be brightest. Black, blacker, blackest. Bold, bolder, boldest. Clever, cleverer, cleverest. Cold, colder, coldest. Fast, faster, fastest. Great, greater, greatest. High, higher, highest. Kind, kinder, kindest. Now, we can also add R and ST. ST at the end of superlative degree and R at the end of comparative degree. For example, brave, braver, bravest. Fine, finer, finest. Large, larger, largest. Nice, nicer, nicest. Noble, nobler, noblest. Pale, paler, palest. Simple, simpler, simplest. Wise, wiser, wisest. White, whiter, whitest. Now see, by deleting the final Y from the positive word and adding IER and IEST. Now see, positive, comparative and superlative, costly. We'll remove Y and then it will become costlier. IER will add and IEST in the superlative degree. So costly, costlier, costliest. Dry, drier, driest. Easy, easier, easiest. Happy, happier, happiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Lazy, lazier, laziest. Merry, merrier, merriest. Wealthy, wealthier, wealthiest. Now, sometimes by doubling the final consonant also, like big, bigger, biggest. Now, you can see here, I have doubled the last alphabet G, bigger, biggest. Now, dim, dimmer, dimmest, fat, fatter, fattest, hot, hotter, hottest, thin, thinner, thinnest. Now, by using more and most also, we can use these degrees of comparison. Let's suppose if in positive, if a word is active, then in comparative it will be more active, most active, attractive, more attractive, most attractive, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, brilliant, more brilliant, most brilliant, careful, more careful, most careful, courageous, more courageous, most courageous, cunning, more cunning, most cunning, difficult, more difficult, most difficult, famous, more famous, most famous, faithful, more faithful, most faithful. Now, irregular comparison also, like bad, worse, worst. There's no irregular. You can see all the irregular adjectives that we have used. Evil, was, worst. Good, better, best. Ill, was, worst. Far, farther, farthest. Well, better, best. Late, latter, latest. Little, less, least. Much, more, most. Many, more, most. Now, changes in degrees of comparison. Here, more than two persons or places or things are compared. More than two. Matchless comparisons are of this type. Now see, I have just prepared three columns: superlative, comparative, and positive. Just try to understand the example. Iron is the most useful of all. Iron is the most useful of all metals. Now comparative, iron is more useful than any other metal, or in positive, no other metal is useful as iron. So as you can see in these examples, like how I have used positive, comparative, or the superlative, or from superlative to comparative and then to positive. Now again see, here more than two persons or the places or things are compared. Generally this type is in plural form. Like as I said, cheetah is one of the fastest animals. Cheetah is faster than most other animals, and very few animals are as fast as cheetah. Now, here only two persons, only two, or the places or things are compared for this type. There is no superlative form, no superlative, only comparative and the positive. Like Paris is hotter than England. So here I have compared Paris is hotter. Now, positive, England is not so hot as Paris. Now, let's suppose if a positive sentence is John is as tall as David. So I can change this comparative. David is not taller than John. Now, comparison and contrast. When we compare two objects, persons, qualities, degrees, etc., there are some respects equal. We may use the comparison of equality. This is found by the use of as, as, adjective, adverb as. Your house is as large as mine. When we compare unequal subjects, we may use the comparative degree of the adjective or adverb with than. His new book is more interesting than his earlier book. And when the comparison is negative, we use so. So, so adjective, and adverb as. Your house is not quite so large as mine. Now, fourth point. In some adverbial clauses of comparison, both subject and verb are dropped. He is more shy than unsocial. We have dropped he is. Some people think more about their rights than about their duties. So we have dropped. What we have dropped? Subject and the verb. Now, fifth point. In clauses of comparison introduced by than, that should is always used. For example, I am already to do the work. I am already to do the work myself, rather than that you should have to do it. Now, next point. Comparison and contrast are also expressed by the use of the with comparatives. The sooner you start, the sooner you will finish. The more you will read, the more he read, the less he understood. That's the end of degrees of comparison. Hope you have understood. Thank you so much.